on Thursday, Seth Lugo's turn came to spam breaking balls against the Mariners, and we land with another frustrating series split, even with Logan Evans coming back up and pitching kind of a gem. Welcome to the Dom Skiing Channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. I'm not wearing Mariners today because it is 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Hope everybody's out celebrating with their families. And hopefully you come back on July 5th and are able to see the StatCast breakdown of July 3rd's Mariners game. Sorry if that was confusing, though. Anyway, fourth game of this series. The Royals beat the Mariners 3-2. And it's frustrating because we out-hit them 10-5. They beat us an expected batting average narrowly 244 to 240. In the 87th game of the season. And look, 2 weeks in a row, we have a 4-game Monday through Thursday series. It's a very frustrating split both times. And you look at this team right now, there's a lot of good things, a lot of good signs, from Cal being our first all-star starter in 10 years, big thing that's being celebrated right now. You got a lot of good things going on in the lineup. Even two of our non-everyday players homer in this one, and give you a lot more hope in the 1 through 26 rather than just the 1 through 5 or the 1 through 9. However, you just keep losing these close games, and it's frustrating to split series that you think you really have a good chance to go out there and win. And so getting into this one on the numbers side, Seth Lugo has a dominant performance against the Mariners. 6.1 innings pitched, 1 earned run on 6 hits, 7 strikeouts to 2 walks, allowing the 1 homer to Jorge Polanco later on in the game in the 4th inning. And then 101 pitches for him. He's a 2.65 ERA on the year. And he got hard hit 7 times. So it's not like we didn't have our chance to do some damage against him. Jorge obviously hitting 1 yard, and you had a really good chance to do something in this game. But Seth Lugo comes out and sets a record by using not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, but 9 different pitches on the night. Throws a curveball as his main pitch 20 times in this one. 101 total pitches. He's got 13 swinging strikes on 101 total pitches. So not the best, but 13% swinging strike rate would be a very, very good one. And 20 curveballs, 19 four-seamers, 15 cutters, 12 slurves, 12 sliders, 10 changes, 10 sinkers, 2 slow curves, and 1 sweeper. This is just getting comical, the way that you can approach the Mariners these days with 7 breaking balls and 2 fastballs. You throw 19 four-seamers and 10 sinkers, and then you piece together 72 other breaking balls that just rack up whips on this team. You have the curveball getting 3 on 20 pitches. You have the cutter getting 4 on 15. Cutter's been a real thorn in our side recently as we had problems with the slider. That cutter has been playing off of it well for pretty much everybody who's been using it against us. I remember Kenley's in the 9th inning. I think we faced against the Angels recently. Anyway, we're really not hitting cutters well. Then a slurve, 1 on 12 right there, 3 on 12 sliders, 2 on 10 changeups. You've got like 20% swinging strike rates, 30% swinging strike rates on almost all of these breaking balls. The curveball just 3 on 20, but still, you're just rocking them up. All coming on, so 13 swinging strikes on 101 pitches, and they all came on these breaking balls that he was getting super comfortable with and throwing a lot of them. Let's look at actually how many pitches he was throwing in the zone here. So you look at And by the way, the game going on right now, obviously today on 4th of July, Cal Raleigh has us up 2-0 with his 34th homer of the year. Brian Wu pitching the top of the 3rd inning right now. We got 7 hard hits off Lugo, like I said, but when you look at the pitches that we actually swung at today, Lugo throws 101 pitches, just 42 in the strike zone, 59 out of the strike zone, and he is really throwing them all over the place outside the strike zone, especially to our lefties. He was just dotting up, they're basically the right-handed hitter's batter's box. Uh, so yeah, and we were swinging at him. This guy got us to chase outside of the zone more than almost anybody. So Seth Lugo has taken this recent hypothesis, basically the book on the Mariners lineup, to a new height. The book being the more different breaking balls you use, especially different types of curves and sliders, the more success you're going to have against the Mariners lineup. And with him using a curve, a slurve, a slider, the cutter, which obviously plays off the slider, then a change up to, then also a slow curve and also a sweeper. Only two slow curves and one sweeper, but still, the fact that he just feels that comfortable throwing breaking balls against the Mariners tells you everything you need to know about this lineup. They're not seeing the breaking ball, hitting it excellently well. I mean, man, we have guys who are drawing walks. We definitely have guys who are seeing it decently. I mean, JP and Randy. But as far as hitting it, it's still, we are struggling. So moving over on to Logan Evans' side of things, he goes gets 5.2 innings pitched, no earned runs on, so 5.2 shutout innings, 3 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts to 1 walk, 95 pitches, a 2.96 ERA only for Logan Evans. So he has great results on the surface this year. 8 hard hits against him by the Royals, but you look at Logan Evans and what he's doing on the mound, and is kind of like Hancock, but a little bit better this year. But in this, at least it was prior to this. But in this one, he comes out and uses a cutter as his primary. 28 times he throws it. 26 sweepers, 24 sinkers, 7 curves, 6 changeups, 4 four-seamers, for a grand total of 95 pitches. 12 swinging strikes on 95 pitches. That might be Logan Evans' best swinging strike rate all year. And the fact that he had 6 on the cutter on 28, that is money. That's a 30% rate. Actually, sorry, not 30%. That's a little. It's in the 20s, I believe. But you look at the 6 on 28 cutters, the swinging strikes, and that's more than Logan Evans has ever shown us the major league level so far. Also getting 2 on 26 sweepers. He's getting 1 on 24 sinkers, 1 on 7 curves, 2 on 6 changeups. He was getting whiffs on a lot of these different pitches. So if we see another start like this from Logan Evans, also exit velocity was 93.8 against him on average tonight or last night. So not the greatest there, but also not bad at all. And it's really a good sign of things moving forward with Logan Evans. If he continues to use a cutter as his primary and get those whiffs on it, then he could start using this the blueprint that like Kenta Maeda, for example, used for a while when he was good. Similar to not quite Corbin Burns, obviously throwing like the upper 90s cutter and everything, but with Logan Evans, his cutter as compared to his fastball, he only throws it mid 80s, really between 84.8 90.5. So let's say it's an 85 to 90 cutter, rather than like a 90 to 94 sinker, or maybe like a 92 to 94 fastball. It looks like that cutter has a lot more swing and miss potential. So hopefully you can come out and use that as the primary next time. And if we see results on it, Logan Evans could be more of a fantasy viable option, more of a swing and miss guy than we ever thought. And finally, as far as the offense in this one, you have Jorge hitting a homer, you have Dom Canzone hitting a homer late in the bottom of the ninth, and then you lose by 1 run. Close game, you lose it while doubling the opposite team in hits. Frustrating, situationally. I mean, Lucas Ursag was excellent in this series against us. Added a lot of win probability for the Royals, just coming in clutch moments and shutting the Mariners down. He went 0.2 innings, so he got 2 clutch outs here and struck the guy out on 12 pitches, 1.95 ERA. He really shut us down. I want to say he pitched all 3 of the last games. So props to him for doing that. And then Carlos Estevez gets the 4-out save. Does allow the homer to Dom Canzone, though. On the Mariners side of things, Edward Rosario getting 2 strikeouts in an inning in the 8th inning, and then Vargas allowing a run and a walk on 2 hits while getting 2 outs. Legamina allowing 2 earned runs while getting 2 outs, 3 walks. Neither of them struck anybody out. Yeah, they ran into a rough spot in that 7th inning. Kind of just reading the box score because last night it was frustrating to watch this game. And yeah, just in terms of going through exactly what happened with Legamina and Vargas, let's go see. Legamina. Okay, so Legamina starts out against Freddie Fermin with Freddie Fermin lines out to Julio on 2 pitches. Then Kyle Isbell walks on 7 pitches. And Legamina had a few really, really good pitches here that ended up getting... so we got a few calls. Oh, and then he missed a few. So Legamina made a few really good pitches on the upside out outer half of the zone, but didn't get the calls there. So Kyle Isbell walks. Jonathan India walks. Kyle Isbell the second. Yeah, I'm forgetting exactly who was doing this in the Royals lineup. Apologize for that. It's a long season. It's a marathon. And then Vinny P singled everybody home. Vargas comes in, faces Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt singles. Isbell scores. Jonathan India third. Yeah, so basically it was Legamina and Vargas. And Vargas throws that nasty sinker, 98.2, kind of middle low to about Bobby Witt, who hits a single. That's just like frustrating clutch hitting. Vargas has been awesome for us, but Bobby Witt, one of the best players in the game. And then Vinny P. Vargas goes cutter, sinker, cutter that time. Same kind of sequencing looks like he was going for with Witt. Does it to Pasquantino, and he hits it really hard. And that's the problem with, Vargas throwing it with massive movement and spin and stuff, is when that ball does get hit, it does fly. And sometimes he does a good job with weak contact, but other times, he does a good job pitching to weak contact. He gets swing and miss as well, but when he makes a mistake, he really can just get taken advantage of in that scenario. And that's really just what happened. Is with Vargas, I guess the one question that we could ask when looking at all this is, he's got the sinker, cutter, and slider. Does he need? He only threw the slider 2 times, and it was after that, and it kind of got him. It looks like he needed to rely on that. Only after that. Throws 4 straight sinkers to Michael Garcia, and then gets Sal Perez out, throwing sinker, slider, sinker. So he only threw the 2 sliders in a 2-strike count to Sal Perez to try to get him to chase. But he doesn't really want to throw that slider, because again, when he gets caught making a mistake, he can really pay for it. And the slider is easy one to make a mistake on. I think earlier in the year, that's the pitch that he was having the mistakes on too. Correct me if I'm wrong. Carlos Vargas against John Rave. That next at bat throws a sinker, gets the ground ball out. But that's the interesting thing with Vargas here is he only throws that slider once he's really out of it with his sinker and his cutter. He's already made a bunch of mistakes. How long can Vargas just be a sinker cutter guy? Because there is, how long can he do it without there being an ugly stretch? I guess is the question. The stuff is so good that you just want to bet on it happening. But he is prone to these stretches, so it is what it is. Legamina and Vargas, the easiest guys to blame when something goes wrong, but also they should, they're the last guys to get credit when something goes right, They can come in, shut down the heart of the order, and then Munoz will get celebrated for getting the save, or the position players who do hit homers will get celebrated, or even the starting pitcher gets a quality start. But you want to give these guys credit where it's due. Lega Mina still 3.78 ERA, Vargas 3.16 ERA. That just shows that despite, when relief pitchers fail, they fail in tremendous, spectacular fashion, and when they succeed, it's kind of it's a given. They're just expected to. So the most volatile position in all of sports did rock us in the last game of this series, and if we could have got a little bit more offense going, if we could actually get any offense going that wasn't just the homers, we would have had a really good chance in this game. But Seth Lugo executed that Mariners blueprint to a T, throw all types of curves and sliders, absolutely messed us up. Now, at least we're leading today against the Pirates. Hopefully, take 5 out of 7 on this homestand would be really ideal, considering we're only a game and a half up in the wild card right now. So I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow to recap this game's action. Happy 4th of July. Go spend it with your family. And I'll be right back here tomorrow to recap this one again. Go Ams.